Prevention estimates nearly 50 million people in the U.S. get sick each year from foodborne pathogens, and salmonella is a top threat, causing more than 400 deaths each year. I'm Sue Danielson.
Presidential candidate Donald Trump is speaking out why he didn't turn over classified documents immediately.
Trump said that the National Archives only needed to say one simple thing to retrieve the classified documents.
Please, 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 could we have it back?
In an interview with Fox News, Trump addressed the issue of the archives subpoenaing him, and he said that the boxes of documents were mixed in with his own personal belongings.
Before I send boxes over, I have to take all of my things out. These boxes were interspersed with all sorts of things.
Recently, Trump was arraigned on federal charges related to his handling of classified documents after his presidency. I'm John Schaefer.
Nebraskans will be able to legally bet on sports starting Thursday. This comes after a ballot initiative was approved by voters in 2020, legalizing sports betting at approved locations. Bets will only be allowed on site and will not be allowed for any home games for Nebraska teams, only away games. The Warhorse Casino in Lincoln will be the first in Nebraska to offer sports betting. Lance Pry, USA News.
As Joe Biden becomes America's 46th president, so much is happening in Washington, and millions of Americans are turning to Newsmax, a news source they can trust. Newsmax is already America's fastest-growing cable news channel, and Newsmax.com is your place for breaking news online. So download the Newsmax app now on your smartphone and start watching Newsmax TV for free. The app has no paywall and gives real news you can trust. Watch great shows with Greg Kelly, Grant Stitch.
When it comes to pediatric healthcare, you want someone who cares for your child as much as you do. That's why parents put their trust in Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. Our expert physicians are committed to personalized care for every child. With local pediatricians and our BJC healthcare partners at St. Louis Children's Hospital, you can be confident your child will receive world-class care that is second to none. Your best medicine is close to home at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. The birth of your baby is one of the most special days of your life, and where you choose to deliver is important. Families in our community trust Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. Our expert physicians, midwife, and compassionate nursing teams will be by your side to guide you on your journey from pregnancy to delivery and beyond. So you'll feel confident as we support and celebrate your family. Your best medicine is close to home at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Missouri could be seeing green when it comes to the medical and recreational marijuana industries. Since marijuana is not legalized on the federal level, banks and credit card companies typically won't allow plastic to pay for marijuana. But the Missouri legislature passed a bill this year that would get rid of the barrier. Senator Steve Roberts, a St. Louis Democrat, says his bill would also allow cannabis shops to keep their cash in bank and money accounts without getting in trouble with the feds.
It's kind of created a complex dichotomy where you have these products being sold legally, but it's still a federal legal concern. It's still illegal, and there's a lot of concerns. You've got these businesses who are accepting cash, and they're not able to kind of share information with the banks and different credit unions.
Roberts expects Governor Mike Parson to sign his bill into law. And $300 million are sitting in the jackpot in tonight's Mega Millions drawing. The one-time cash payout is worth $156 million. This is Missouri Net.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Air conditioning can make you uncomfortable, not from the cooler temperature, but from the higher energy bill that comes from using the air conditioner. Majeski Plumbing and Heating has the Rheem high-efficiency air conditioner that will cut down on your cooling cost while giving you years of comfort. Call 437-3214 and ask Larry about the Rheem high-efficiency air conditioner and beat the heat, plus keep your cool. Majeski Plumbing and Heating, 610 Highway 28 East Owensville. Relax, it's Rheem.
When summer gets hot, the savings are sizzling at Seidenstricker Nobe Partners. Right now, all customers get cash price discounts up to $3,000 with 0% financing on all John Deere compact tractor packages. This is your chance to add a hard-working, versatile tractor to your equipment lineup. Visit snpartners.com for more information. And don't miss the sizzling hot deal on compact tractors. Seidenstricker Nobe, your partner for the land.
Offer valid through 7/31/2023. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
St. Clair Police Chief Michael Wirt said that on Sunday, approximately 1:30 a.m., St. Clair officers were dispatched to the Walnut Grove apartment complex in reference to a physical domestic disturbance. While en route, officers were advised by communications that the suspect, identified as 33-year-old Cody L. Cost of Columbia, left the area in the victim's vehicle, a 2017 Nissan Versa. When the officers arrived, they found the victim, a white female, with obvious injuries to her facial area and jaw. Due to the severity of her injuries, St. Clair EMS was called to the scene. The victim stated that she and Mr. Cost had recently broken off their relationship, and she was assisting him in getting his belongings from the apartment. Mr. Cost wanted the victim to take him back to Columbia. However, the victim stated she was tired and did not want to. This caused Mr. Cost to become angry. The victim stated that she was scared, went to her bedroom, and took with her a pouch which contained money, credit cards, and her car keys. She laid the pouch under her body so Mr. Cost could not see it. The victim stated that Mr. Cost entered the bedroom and his demeanor had changed. She stated that he was being nice and tried to, quote, love on her. She stated Mr. Cost reached under her, grabbed the pouch, and ran out of the bedroom with it. She stated that she ran after Mr. Cost, but he had closed the bedroom door and was holding it shut. She stated that Mr. Cost released the door and she saw him running toward the front door to exit the apartment. She stated that she attempted to stop Mr. Cost, but he punched her twice in the face with a closed fist, causing the victim to briefly lose consciousness. She stated that when she awoke, she saw Mr. Cost leaving the complex parking lot in her vehicle. A radio broadcast was put out on Mr. Cost and the vehicle to stop and hold for our agency for assault. At 6:30 a.m., the victim's vehicle was located up the street near the 300 block of Roller Road. A search of the area was conducted in an attempt to locate Mr. Cost. However, the search was unsuccessful. At 10:50 a.m., a St. Clair officer patrolling the North Service Road observed Mr. Cost walking near the intersection of Highway AB. Mr. Cost was taken into custody without incident. Mr. Cost was booked and transported to the Franklin County Adult Detention Facility. Yesterday, a warrant application was sent to the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office for review. A warrant was issued on Mr. Cost for robbery second degree, domestic assault second degree, stealing a motor vehicle, and property damage second degree. Mr. Cost remains in custody at the Franklin County Detention Center with no bond. Chief Wirt reminds that all persons are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. In a press release from Gasconade County Sheriff Scott Eiler on June 18th, members of the Gasconade County Sheriff's Office, Lake Area Narcotics Enforcement Group, and the Owensville Police Department executed a drug-related search warrant in the 700 block of South 2nd Street in the city limits of Owensville. During the execution of the search warrant, contact was made with one white male and one white female. A search of the residence was conducted. As a result of the search, approximately 25 grams of methamphetamine, 78 capsules of fentanyl, and items of drug paraphernalia utilized in the consumption and distribution of methamphetamine was located and seized. The female subject was taken into custody and transported to the Crawford County Adult Detention Facility pending formal charges. The male subject was transported to the Osage County Adult Detention Facility pending formal charges. Yesterday, April Amasiger of Owensville was charged with possession of controlled substance except 35 grams or less of marijuana, synthetic cannabinoid, unlawful use of drug paraphernalia. Amasiger's bond was set at $100,000 cash or surety, in the Circuit Court of Gasconade County. Also yesterday, Anthony Bialczyk of Owensville was charged with possession of controlled substance except 35 grams or less of marijuana, synthetic cannabinoid, unlawful use of drug paraphernalia, prior drug charge. Bialczyk's bond was set at $100,000 cash or surety in the Circuit Court of Gasconade County. Sheriff Eiler said he would like to thank the Lake Area Narcotics Enforcement Group, the Owensville Police Department, and the deputies of the Gasconade County Sheriff's Office for their hard work and dedication to keep Gasconade County a safe place to raise your family. Don't forget the Lake Area Narcotics Enforcement Group drug tip line, where you can report activity anonymously, is 800-351-8477. Sheriff Eiler reminds that all suspects are presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reported a fatal accident in DeKalb County at 5:27 p.m. yesterday on US 36, about 4 miles north of Osborne. 71-year-old Ambrose Fusco of St. Joseph was driving a 2023 Chevrolet Express, traveled off the north side of the roadway, impacted the ditch. The vehicle overturned and came to rest facing east on its top. 71-year-old Ambrose Fusco of St. Joseph was transported to Cameron Regional Medical Center by Clinton DeKalb EMS, where he was pronounced deceased. The Water Division of the Missouri State Highway Patrol reported that a missing swimmer was found dead at the 20-mile mark of the main channel of Lake of the Ozarks in Camden County. The body of 30-year-old Kendall Henderson of Chicago, Illinois, was recovered yesterday. According to the Water Patrol, Henderson jumped off a dock to swim on Sunday and never resurfaced. The Highway Patrol said a Sullivan woman was injured in an accident at 10:10 p.m. last night in Franklin County on westbound I-44 at the 229.4 mile marker. 20-year-old Megan L. Ware of Sullivan was driving a 2017 Ford Escape, failed to negotiate a curve, traveled off the left side of the road and struck the median cables. 20-year-old Megan Ware of Sullivan had moderate injuries. She was transported to Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital by Missouri Baptist Ambulance. A Bourbon woman was injured in an accident at 5:58 p.m. yesterday in Crawford County on Possum Hollow Road, about 5 miles south of Bourbon. 58-year-old Kathleen M. Kelpie of Bourbon was driving a 2002 Chevrolet Tracker, failed to negotiate a curve, traveled off the right side of the roadway, and overturned before coming to rest on its side. 58-year-old Kathleen M. Kelpie of Bourbon had serious injuries. She was flown by Arch Air to Barnes Jewish Hospital for treatment. The Highway Patrol reported an accident in Sullivan at 5:21 p.m. yesterday on eastbound I-44, just past the 225 overpass. 64-year-old Dennis M. Gomer of Kimberling City was driving a 2014 Toyota Sequoia, made an unsafe lane change. A 17-year-old juvenile male from St. Louis was driving a 2001 Honda Accord, attempted to avoid the Toyota Sequoia, traveled off the right side of the interstate. The driver overcorrected, causing the rear of the vehicle to strike the right rear of the Toyota Sequoia. The Accord then traveled off the right side of the roadway and overturned. The driver had minor injuries. A 15-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl who were passengers both had moderate injuries, and another passenger, 43-year-old Jacob T. Flax, also of St. Louis, had serious injuries. All the injured were taken by Missouri Baptist Ambulance to Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital for treatment. There was an accident in Franklin County at 11:27 a.m. yesterday on Route K near Green Lane. 31-year-old Charles T. Calvert of St. Clair was driving a 2004 Ford Expedition, ran off the right side of the roadway, overcorrected, skidded on the road, overturned. 31-year-old Charles T. Calvert of St. Clair had moderate injuries. He was transported by St. Clair EMS to Mercy in St. Louis. The Merrimack Community Fair kicks off this evening with two events. Gospel Night begins at 7 p.m. at the Sullivan Performing Arts Theater at the high school, and the Merrimack Community Fair Parade will be traveling the normal parade route in Sullivan. That starts this evening at 7:30. And the contractor for the East Vine Street project in Sullivan will be concreting street cuts from Warren to Woodrow along East Vine Street. East Vine will be closed to traffic in these areas. Motorists are asked to use caution and alternate detours. The streets should be open by 3 p.m. That is a look at your local news on a Tuesday. I'm Sam Scott.
Hi, this is Ryan Juergens, loan officer at First State Community Bank in Sullivan. Are you wanting a home with acreage, a hobby farm, or simply looking for a short-term loan? At First State Community Bank, we're offering a new 7-year adjustable rate mortgage program. Check out our 7-1 and 7-3 options, available to those with a 680 credit score or higher. Stop by to see our team today about the possibility of getting started.
First State Community Bank, member FDIC, online at fscb.com.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. I'm Donnie Greenwald, your Sullivan Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 573-468-6046 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Funeral notices are brought to you by the Eaton Funeral Homes of Sullivan and Bourbon. The symbol of the Eaton name reflects consideration and competence. Also quiet, unobtrusive friendliness and service without restraint. There is never a reason to settle for less than an Eaton service, particularly because it costs no more and very often less than appearances may lead you to believe. For help in the greatest time of need, call the Eaton Funeral Homes in Sullivan or Bourbon, 468-4147, a family tradition in service since 1948.
In recent funeral notices, Darlene Henderson of Stanton passed away Thursday, June 15th at the age of 71. She's survived by her husband, Dennis, 3 children, Rebecca Lynn Brown and fiancé Anthony of Robertsville, Jennifer Gratzel and husband Jared of St. Clair, and Dennis Henderson Jr. and wife Cindy of St. Clair, 2 brothers, Dale and Lloyd Bussey, both of Sullivan, her sister Wilberta Palmer and husband Bill of Sullivan, 8 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, many nieces, nephews, other relatives, and friends. Funeral services will be held at noon today at the Stanton First Baptist Church. Interment will follow at the Anaconda Cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 o'clock this morning until the time of services at noon at the First Baptist Church in Stanton. All arrangements are under the direction of the Eaton Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Sullivan. Claudette Helene Wishnask Phillips, née Bossler of St. Clair, passed away Sunday, June 11th at the age of 84, survived by her son, Mark Wishnask, and wife Mel of St. Clair, 5 daughters, Tamara Jones of Olathe, Kansas, Veronica Krolak and husband Dave of Union, Andrea Reynolds and husband Merle of Colorado, Teresa Neely and husband Mark of Jackson, and Deanna Wirt and husband Mike of St. Clair. 5 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, other relatives, many friends. Funeral services will be held at 5 o'clock this evening at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Burial will be in the Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery in St. Louis. Visitation will be from 4 o'clock this afternoon until the time of services at 5 at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Memorials may be made to the American Cancer Society in the name of Claudette Wishnask Phillips.
Funeral notices are brought to you by the Eaton Funeral Homes of Sullivan and Bourbon.
As a trauma-informed provider, Compass Health Network is equipped to assist you or a loved one struggling with trauma, anxiety, depression, substance use disorder, or other behavioral health conditions. Our providers understand that everyone's life experiences are different and will work with you in person or virtually to develop the most effective plan of care. You are not alone. Call Compass Health Network today at 844-853-8937 or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
Jack Flaherty gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings at Washington yesterday, but then settled down to pitch into the 7th. The offense finally got rolling using the long ball and base hits, and the Cardinals came from behind to beat the Nationals 8-6. Here's John Rooney and Ricky Horton with the Redbird Recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney, and yesterday at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., the Cardinals fell behind 5-0. And it looked pretty dim after the first couple of innings, yet the Cardinals spent the rest of the game coming back and beat Washington 8-6.
Jack Flaherty had a bad start. He gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Bad start, but a great finish because he was out there pitching still into the 7th inning. He gave way to the Cardinals bullpen, and they were perfect in the bullpen, and Jordan Hicks picks up his 3rd save in 3 days. Cardinals had plenty of offense, and they kept scoring in the middle innings.
The bullpen lined up with Cabrera, then Gallegos, and then Hicks. Hicks, pitching the 3rd straight day, finished off the Nats, even though he gave up an infield hit.
Well, he looked great again. Hicks was throwing 103 miles an hour. He's such a weapon to have at the end of a game.
The Cardinals go for 4 in a row in the win column behind Jordan Montgomery tonight. Mackenzie Gore, a lefty, will pitch for the Nationals. We're on the air at 5:10 Central. Ricky has the lineups at 5:55. I'll bring you the first pitch at 6:05.
The Cardinals back to a night game tonight. 5:10 pregame on 102.1 KTUI FM with first pitch at 6:05. After one season as a graduate assistant with his alma mater, Phil Pressey is leaving Missouri to join the Boston Celtics as part of Joe Mazzulla's coaching staff. The 32-year-old Pressey returns to the Celtics, where he began his NBA playing career in 2013-15 as an undrafted free agent. He had an 8-year professional career both in the NBA, G League, and Europe. Pressey joined the coaching ranks as part of Dennis Gates' first staff at MU for the 2022-23 season. Paul Pressey, his dad, was a longtime assistant coach in the NBA after an 11-year playing career. The Minnesota Timberwolves announced that the team had hosted 12 players for a pre-draft workout. Among those was former MU shooting guard Demoy Hodge. Hodge has also worked out for the Pacers, Lakers, Trailblazers, and Wizards. The NBA draft begins at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Missouri women's basketball landed its third commitment out of the transfer portal this offseason on Monday when Houston transfer Demila Brown announced via Twitter that she had committed to the Tigers. Brown, a guard out of Little Rock, Arkansas, is making her fifth stop of her collegiate career. She began her career at Western Kentucky in the 2019 and 20 campaign before single-season stops at Chipola Junior College in Florida, went to Illinois, and most recently with Houston. Brown appeared for Illinois against MU in the bragging rights contest in 2021, which the Tigers won 84-65, but Brown led all scorers with 22 points despite the defeat, adding 4 assists and 4 steals. Brown joins guards Abby Felt of Evansville, forward Angelique Ngala-Kalandi from UMass as the Tigers' off-season additions from the portal. Coach Robin Pinston also secured the signings of 2 true freshmen from overseas in recent months, Lucia Milokovic out of Croatia and Hilke Feldrape of Germany. They were poised to join MU's incoming freshman class of Grace Slaughter, Abby Shriek, and Hannah Linthicum. The Sullivan Post-18 Junior Legion team will be back in action on Wednesday night at Washington. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. And then back home on Thursday the 22nd, they'll host Wentzville Post-323 out at the high school baseball field at 7. Athletic registration for the 2023-24 school year will open up on July 1st. All students participating in the high school athletics, marching band, scholar bowl, theater, or choir must be registered online as an athlete by August 1st, 2023. Just go to the Sullivan Eagles Athletics homepage and there will be registration information posted there. The youth summer camps at Sullivan High School are taking a little bit of a break. They will resume action with boys basketball on July 10th through 12th. Incoming grades 2nd through 5th from 11:30 till 1:30. Incoming grades 6 through 8 from 1 until 2:30. Cost is $30, which includes a camp t-shirt. Coach Ashley Crump and the Sullivan Eagles softball team will have a camp July 10th through 12th. Incoming grades 2nd through 5th from 7:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. Cost is $30, which includes a hair bow. Cross country camp July 10th through 14th. Incoming grades 4 through 8 from 9 until 11 a.m. Cost is $30, which includes a camp t-shirt and a medal. Boys and girls soccer will run a camp from July 17th through the 19th. Volleyball July 24th through 26th. Again, just go to sullivaneagles.revtrak.net. Camps continuing at Owensville this week. Today and tomorrow, the softball team will finish up their camp. 3rd through 5th grade at 3:30, grades 6 through 8 at 5 o'clock. And soccer will be having a camp then June 26th through 27th. For grades 3 through 8, they'll meet at 5 o'clock. The Sullivan Eagles Sports Boosters having their annual benefit golf tournament coming up at Sullivan Golf Course on Friday, June 30th. It will be held rain or shine. Registration starts at 9, tee off at 10. It's $300 per team for a 3-person scramble tournament. Cash prizes will be awarded to first and second place in 3 flights. Sandwiches and snacks available before and during play, and soda and water provided all day. There will be a dinner after the tournament. All proceeds benefiting the Sullivan High School athletic programs. Again, if you can't play in the tournament but you would like to help out in some way, you can be a whole sponsor for $175. Individual or family sponsor is a caddy for $50. A bogey sponsor $300, par $500, birdie is $1,000, and eagle is $1,500. For more information about playing in the tournament or helping out with sponsorship, contact Rachel Tomier at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. You can get a registration form to fill out there, return it to her with checks made to the Sullivan Sports Boosters, and again, call Rachel at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. Sports on the air, we have Cardinals baseball as they are taking on the Nationals again today. Pre-game will come your way at 5:10. First pitch at 6:05 on 102.1 KTUI FM. That's your look at sports on this Tuesday. Have a great day, everybody. This is Bobby D.
The old neighborhood isn't the same without you guys.
Aw, thanks. More kids need more room, right?
So how's the pregnancy?
I'm swollen, sweaty, hot all the time. Look, my blouse is sticking to me.
When are you due?
September. And we've got to replace our air conditioner. This summer's going to be awful with that old one. No one can fix it.
Our guy can fix it. He can fix anything.
What do you mean, our guy? You sound like a crime boss.
We've got a guy for our cars, we've got a guy for our yard, and we've got a guy for our AC.
Sounds pricey.
It's cheaper than buying new stuff whenever something needs attention.
You know, Mike's a great dad and awesome husband, but he's not that handy around the house.
Maybe you should get a guy.
Maybe we can use your guy.
Level 9, that's our AC guy. They can fix anything.
Level 9? That's a weird name.
Yeah, but they can fix anything.
Can I trust them?
Do you trust me?
Now you've got a guy. Level 9 Heating and Cooling. Level 9 HVAC.com.
From the KTUI WeatherBug Weather Center for this morning, expecting mostly clear skies. Sunny this afternoon, a high temperature of 87 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear, low 64. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 83. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low 61. On Thursday, mostly sunny, high 81. Thursday night, mostly clear, low 60. On Friday, mostly sunny, high 86. Friday night, mostly clear, low 63. And Saturday, sunny, high 93. For KTUI, I'm Andrew Brady.
All right, thank you, Andrew. It's 75 degrees here at the studios of KTUI.